Hello Internet, I'm JKCCK, and I'm going to continue doing my Day 2 combat missions and territory battles on my main account here in JKCCK. I will be starting in the light side planet, Bracca, on the left side. I always like to start with my Leia team here. So it's Leia, and then Mon Mothma, and Admiral Raddus, Drogan, and R2. And I just put Drogan under stealth and then start going after the Purge Troopers. Get that burning spread around. Go ahead and bring in the summoned unit. Give them one more target to attack. Get rid of all those defensive buffs they've got going on. Go back to the Purge Troopers. I always put the assist buff onto Leia because she's taking the most turns. He's already stunned, so we'll leave him alone for the moment. If you've got someone low in health like this, when you use Admiral Raddus's middle ability, anyone he kills after that, and including that attack, will never come back. So if we use this here, this guy will be dead permanently. Something nice to have. And we'll go ahead and try and stun the healer there. Go after that stormtrooper right now. Since the other guy's close to being dead, I was going to use Admiral Raddus to finish him off, but yeah, let's go after this guy. And I guess Admiral Raddus must have finished him off because he didn't come back. Very nice. So Recon Trooper is the last guy that has any decent damage on their team, so we'll switch to him. I'm not going to bother putting Drogan in Invis because we're close to the end of this round, so I'll save that move for next round. Same thing with his AE. Now we'll go after the healer. And then we'll finish off the tank. And wave 2 is largely the same. After you get rid of that, we'll go ahead and put burning on everyone. We'll go after Crosshair. I want to try and get him on control at least. Let's see, looks like Mon Mothma's about to go next, so I'll give her the assist buff. Once I have him invised, we'll go ahead and switch to someone else. Make sure to put Captain Drogan back under stealth. Okay, he's back out of stealth, so we'll go ahead and target him crosshair a couple times. I like to try and get him down into the red, that way we can use Admiral Raddus's middle ability once it comes up. That's probably going to kill him. No, it leaves him. That's perfect, actually. A sliver of health. We'll try and stun this guy. Didn't work. Alright, kill him once. Promote the summoned unit. Go ahead and target Crosshair, use that middle ability. That's going to kill him off, and he's gone forever. Seeing as how he's the most dangerous person in this wave, that's a good thing. We can go ahead and use that middle ability now to get rid of all of those good buffs they got. And then just keep on going after the Purge Troopers. If you can get one in a similar situation at a sliver of red, you can go ahead and use Raddus to kill them permanently. Otherwise, just keep on beating Purge Troopers down. They have the least armor, so they will go ahead and put Drogan back under stealth. Like that Purge Trooper there is a prime opportunity for Drogan to, or Radish to finish off someone. Only problem is we're getting really, yeah, so now any death is a final death anyways, so it doesn't matter who kills him. So that being said, we'll have her do it because we know I'm going to go ahead and kill off the Stormtrooper Commander because he was almost dead anyways. And we'll throw that on R2 and finish off the Stormtrooper. Nice and easy. And moving to the right, the next mission is where I like to use my Jedi Master Mace team. So Jedi Master Mace, Depa, Jocasta, Temple Guard, and Aayla Secura. Yes, nice, easy, full auto team. You can target the Purge Troopers first. Depa's kit also prevents revives, which applies to those stacks of 5. Wow, they are actually putting out a surprising amount of damage right now. I'm going to take that up to just make sure we get the event special. Oh, they used the event special early. Okay, that's part of what's... Oh. In my haste, I grabbed OG Mace, not Jedi Master Mace. This could be different. Alright, let's play Zone out on manual and see if I can't save this having the wrong lead, which is going to completely change his team. Oh no. Well, everyone makes mistakes. Mistakes were made. If we can get a kill, I think Depa's kit is still going to kick in. We just don't have all of the nice things from Jedi Master Mace's lead since I didn't take Jedi Master Mace. Darn them for making those portraits look so much the same. Alright, we're just going to go up to Recon Trooper to try and get a kill. I think we get damage immunity still. Yeah, we do. So that's not Jedi Master Mace's kit, so we might still be able to pull this out. We just need to lock in here, and OG Mace wasn't helping us any. Get rid of their defensive buffs and their taunt. Oh, you're the one I wanted to kill. Darn you. I'm going to make sure he's taunting and put Jocasta under stealth. Need to get to her. Granny gets your gun ability, then she gets a lot more powerful. Get rid of their buffs. Oh, that didn't get rid of his buffs. I wonder why. Alright, that'll get rid of their buffs. Okay, get rid of their buffs again. Keep going after that Purge Trooper. Man, wrong lead made this about 1,000 times harder. This is normally a super easy fight. Oh, come on already. Alright, so we got the one Purge Trooper done, so we'll go after the other Purge Trooper. So this must only work. Yeah, it only dispels buffs if Jedi Master Mace was the leader, which he's not. Oh, boo. And her third ability isn't... The granny gets your gun isn't granny getting your gunning. Is that also a synergy with Jedi Master Mace? Oh, the things I'm learning when I mess up. It becomes a bigger mess up. We're gonna put Jocasta under stealth. We get rid of those buffs. I like this one. Oh, I didn't have Janet. Okay. Because Jedi Master Mace is not a Vanguard. That will never be able to be used. Oh, that does stink. Let's see if we can get Purge Trooper out. He's going to do that again. And it's still going to be a little bit before we get the event special back to dispel it again, so... I'm going to keep hiding Jocasta. Stormtrooper's close to dying. Oh, maybe we should just go after him. Well, we don't have a choice now. We can't get around the taunt. Bugger. A million times more wasted time. All for want. Well, I guess if anything, this is a good reason, a good impetus to set up your groups ahead of time. That way you don't have to accidentally pick them like I did. Or I could start going with the Jedi Vanguard tag instead of the Jedi tag when picking, and then that would exclude Jedi Master or the OG Mace Windu from the possibly being picked. And drop those buffs off so that we can keep going after him. Alright, well, now that he's dead, I should have a better chance of taking out that Purge Trooper. Use that middle ability. And we'll go after Commander now. Should at least have a 1 out of 2 here. I'm going to save that third ability for the next round. Just in case we're able to. Maybe I'll do it here. That way we can go into the next round with her under invis and guard taunting. That might give us a better chance of surviving. With 3 Purge Troopers, I don't really like my odds here. I'm just going to do a basic. Yeah, I don't like my odds on this at all. Maybe if I had all Jedi Vanguard, so I had the Granny Get Your Gun ability on Jocasta, but without that, we're not making very good progress here, and they're going to start, with their defensive buffs. And the other Purge Troopers are going to start taunting, and I won't be able to dispel. Oh yeah, Temple Guard's dead. This is, well, at least it was a 1 out of 2. It could have been a 0 pretty easily if I would have left it on auto. But, lessons learned. Don't pick OG Mace when you mean to pick Jedi Master Mace. But we'll move on to the next battle. To the right, it's this is where I like to use my Gungans. And with the Gungans, the nice thing is you can't accidentally pick anyone wrong because there are only 5. This is generally another full auto team. I like to manually target the Purge Troopers. They're the biggest damage dealers, plus they're the easiest to kill. And if you kill them off with an attacker, then they have the no revive mechanic in place. Like that happened there. Got killed with an attacker, so now we can go after the other Purge Trooper. That recon trooper died to damage that wasn't from an attacker, so he did come back. And again, this Purge Trooper died over here, something that wasn't from an attacker, so he came back, but regardless, this is still generally a pretty easy full auto win. You just want to keep on targeting the Purge Troopers when you can. Next target, once the Purge Troopers are all dead, would be Recon Trooper. And then I always go after the healer last, and then if the tank is still alive, which we killed the tank earlier, but okay, so we'll finish up with the healer. And next wave is going to be essentially the same thing. Only we will go after Second Sister first if we can, since she doesn't have the same stacks that everyone else does. Once you kill her once, she's dead for good. Get back on Second Sister. And once she's dead, we'll switch to the Purge Troopers. Okay. And it doesn't matter which Purge Trooper you go after first, they're all the same, so. But just like in the last phase, if you kill people with an attacker, then they don't doesn't matter how many stacks they have, they don't come back. But even if they keep on dying to non-attacker damage, you'll eventually wear down their stacks, and it's a pretty easy 2 out of 2. All right. Now, I did some movement for next round for this next one, but for this round, I still don't have the ideal team. Obviously, Profundity is the best team, but Home 1 with Raven's Claw, I'm going to use Cassian. The suggested ship is Ghost, because he can call an assist, and then RebelY wing. And then in my reinforcements, Bwing is going to be your first reinforcement for sure, but then instead of Rogue One, you should really have Han's Millennium Falcon. I have both Ghost and Han's Millennium Falcon in operation, so I couldn't use them this time, but then Phantom and Wedge round out your suggested lineup. I'm going to try it with this one. It's most likely not going to work, but we'll give it a shot. Next time I'll have the I'll have Ghost and Han's Millennium Falcon freed up. Do you really want to go after Scythe first? I'm going to bring in Bwing. And you're going to do that. Second ability. Do the ultimate. Going to, let's see. Bad foresight. So I'm going to do a basic so we call someone, and basic and call someone. Do the special, try and get her. Oh, we got unlucky. See if we can get it again. Okay, we got to get the production disruption that time. Got target lock, so we'll go ahead and do that. We didn't get the evasion down. That's a bummer. Do that to call an ally in. And we're going to call in him because he should call in another. Oh, see, we're so close. If we had been able to kill Scythe off, this would have worked. This all hinges on killing Scythe off. Ah, so unlucky. Sliver of red health. I'm going to call in Phantom simply because I'll immediately get to call another, and so then I can bring in oh, actually I want to bring in Rogue One. It doesn't matter, I don't have anyone dead just at the moment, but that's alright. Give it time, I will. Like, they just killed off my tank, so now I can immediately bring in my Rogue One. It's not going to work. It goes downhill quickly. They had those stacks of formation. Yep, and we were a sliver away from being able to make this potentially a win. If we had been able to kill off Scythe in that opening salvo, then they'd still be stuck behind my RebelY wing. Ah, well. If you have Profundity, this is an easy win. Anything else, you really need to tweak things around just right to make it win. Well, we'll switch on to our special mission to open up Zepho. My Cere agenda already has good mods on. I keep hers on all the time, but we do need to remod. Jedi Knight Cal. Make him nice and fast. I get mine up to 306. Health is also good. And a crit avoid arrow is suggested. Alright. So we'll do a basic, get rid of taunt, switch to the guy on the left, go into defensive stance. Go ahead and get some bonus protection going with her, take taunt off the probe droid, target the guy on the left, and go into offensive stance, get that armor shred out, stun to the droid, put speed down on him, that's always nice. Go back into defensive stance, that puts us up to 30 stacks, so our next shot will be an insta-kill, or at least that ability will be unlocked. So we'll go ahead and insta-kill the guy on the right. That triggers our higher offense for the whole team now. Basic and go back into offensive stance, get another armor shred, stun the probe droid, and then kill him off and go to wave 2. I like to end wave 1 in offensive stance, that way when I start this one I can go into defensive stance, and that will give me 10 stacks. If you finished phase 1 in defensive, then you're going to only get 5 stacks from that, and you need to make sure that you can get to your insta-kill in those first three rounds. So we're in defensive now, so we go into offensive, so that gives us 10 stacks. Stuns the probe droid, got the speed down on him, that's always nice. Go back into defensive stance. So now our next attack will give us the insta-kill, get that bonus protection flowing. Go ahead and insta-kill second sister. Go back to Purge Trooper and just whittle him down. Back to offensive stance, should finish it. Alright. Well, other than a bumpy mission to start things off, that was a relatively normal run through Bracca. So now we'll move into the middle planet of Felucia. The central mission here, the open mission, I like to use my Mandalorians, and then I throw in my Rey. So this is Bo-Katan and Paz IG-12, Beskar Mando, and then, like I said, I throw in my Rey. And this is also a full auto team. Might as well target that Rodian on the left in the pink shirt. Since he's the tank, he's going to force you to target him anyway, so you might as well start beating on him. The two on the right are higher threat. Actually, the two on the right and the one on the left are higher threat, higher damage, but this guy's going to start tanking very shortly anyway, or taunting very shortly, so. So now that he's dead, I'll target the Saboteur in the back. I don't think it matters, the two on the ends on the right and left side, who you kill first, but I always save the leader for last in the middle. And wave 2, I try and go after Hondo first, but kind of like in the first wave, you always end up having to do a lot of damage to the Rodian on the left in the pink shirt, because he's going to start taunting. And you almost always kill the rest of the team off with AEs long before you actually are able to kill off Hondo. So whether you go straight after them directly or whether you target Hondo like I did here, and you end up getting pulled off onto him, and Like I said, all the other Rodians will end up taking extra damage from Rey's ultimate, from Paz's burning, and they'll all end up dying off long before you can kill off Hondo. But once the sides are dead, between Rey's saber throw and her ultimate being focused onto only one person, and your Beskar Mando doing his whistling birds to Hondo, those things will be enough to whittle him away. Alright, so we'll do the Jabba mission next. Let's see. I'm not planning on using my Krrsantan anywhere else, so I will bring him in. Bring in Greedo. And I really do like having Jango here, but I'm going to bring in Dash instead for a second to spell and his days. If you have the full Hutt Cartel team, Boba, Krrsantan, Boosh, and Skiff-Guard Lando, then it is a easy full auto. If you don't, then you're going to run it the way I'm doing here, which is kind of a cheese way where it doesn't really matter what people you bring in. Jabba's going to be your main player. You're going to go after Range Trooper first. And you can go ahead and do all the moves you want. If he's got Taunt, you can go ahead and use Dash to dispel that. No one has Retribution up yet, so we can go ahead and use his AE. And then just Jabba's like third special, basic, basic, third special, basic, basic. That's just what he does the entire time. The rest of the team will probably die off, although with Krrsantan here, he might not die off. Krrsantan's more stable, but they'll probably still manage to kill him off, and it'll just be Jabba solo in the end. You use Dash's third ability to get days out on everyone. And then we'll use his third ability to put thermals out on everyone, and basic, basic. I'll go ahead and get more thermals out on everyone. I'm going to save Greedo's Dispel for in case the Stormtrooper on the right starts taunting again. And Jabba's always going to do his third ability and then basics until it comes back off cooldown. Go ahead and get taunt going on Krrsantan again. That third ability. Everyone else can just target Range Trooper until we get here. I'm going to use Boba's third ability to get rid of that taunt, and then we'll just go right back over to Range Trooper. And if people start dying, it's not really the biggest of deals because Jabba can do this all by himself. Actually, the only reason everyone's not dead yet is because Krrsantan's here and he's a really respectable tank under Jabba. So third ability. So even though our ultimate meter is full, you don't want to use it because once you have a full ultimate meter, that just means you're throwing out 6 thermals every round, and that 6 thermals overwhelms their ability to. They can't heal that much damage. So, and once you have Range Trooper down, he's the one who's giving them protection regen. So now you're going to go after the healer. Obviously, he's the one who's bringing their health up. So the 6 thermals per round are more than they can deal with. So if you don't do Jabba's ultimate, And if you just keep on doing that third ability to put thermals and then basic, you will wear down the entire team. It's even if you have Jabba by himself, which is like I said, if I didn't have Krrsantan, that's what it would be right now. It would just be a solo Jabba here in Wave 1. The nice thing is in Wave 2, Jabba's going to revive any fallen bounty hunters that were on the team. So the whole rest of your team is going to come back, and he's still going to be at full ultimate meter, which means he's going to be putting 6 thermals on people every time he does his third ability. So it just makes it easier for you to whittle down the enemy in Wave 2. And since I have Krrsantan up, and he rocks as a tank, we aren't having any issues with the rest of the team staying alive. So I'm going to go and use that third ability to get rid of that taunt again. Put 6 more thermals out on everyone. Go after Recon Trooper. And I really don't use Jabba's middle ability most of the time in this fight. His basics, more important, gives bonus protection to the rest of the team, helps keep them alive. Or if he's by himself, keeps himself alive because he's giving himself bonus protection as well. Alright, Wave 2 is going to be the exact same strat as the first wave. You target the range trooper on the left, and you're with Jabba, he's going to do his third ability, and then just basics until it comes off cooldown. Go ahead and get Days out, so because they're about to do their retribution stuff, and that way we won't have to worry about them. There they go, they've got their retribution. We'll go ahead and dispel taunt off him so that we can go back after range trooper. Boba can safely do his AE. You might be tempted to use that ultimate here, but if you do, it's actually going to slow the fight down because you're going to stop putting 6 thermals on people. You're going to go back to only putting 1 because the amount of thermals you put on is tied to where your ultimate meter's at. So it's more beneficial to leave your ultimate meter high and keep on doing third ability basic. Because every time you do third ability, it puts 6 thermals on the entire other team. Can't be resisted, and the other team just can't absorb that kind of damage, and it will kill them off. And once you have range trooper down, that's the linchpin. So after he's dead, you go after the healer, and once he's dead, you just work from left to right, and they all fall down. And like I said, even here on Wave 2, if you didn't have Krrsantan, a lot of times you'd be doing this with a solo Jabba. Solo Jabba does this just fine, so long as you do third ability basic, third ability basic. Okay, so we'll start killing people from left to right. Go ahead and use Boba's third ability to get rid of taunt. And now we're down to the final guy. And now if you want to use your ultimate to finish things off, it's going to be the last thing anyway, so it doesn't matter if you're down to no ultimate meter. That's the only time in that entire fight that I would endorse using the ultimate. If you're going with something other than the full Hut Cartel team. If you're doing the full Hut Cartel team, just put it on full auto and everything will go just fine. I'm going to actually do the Hondo mission first. I like to use my mercenary team since Hondo is already a mercenary. Baylan, Shin, Merrick, and bring in Wrecker mercenary here. You do want to have the Omicron on Merrick. It makes him an absolute wrecking ball. Hits like a tank. And he assists anytime another mercenary uses a special. So let's go ahead and call Merrick in to assist. I was toying with using Hondo's middle ability to lock someone out, but I think I'm just going to go after him directly. So we use the third ability here to dispel all the buffs. And we'll go after the healer. Let's do a basic and call in Merrick to assist. Do any special. Again, to bring in Merrick. Gonna kill off Recon Trooper. Do that middle special to call him in. I think now we're gonna start just doing basics with people to preserve our cooldowns. Try and make sure that we have some special abilities so that we can call it. It's not that we have special abilities, but so that we are able to call in Merrick in the next wave. Alright, so both of his abilities will be back next wave. And we'll just do a basic here so that his is back. Alright, so Baylan will have at least 2. Wrecker's got 1. So yeah, this should go smoothly. So we're just going to target their range trooper, do a basic call in Merrick to assist. Call in Merrick to assist again, get rid of him. Go after Grand Moff Tarkin. We'll see if we can't stun him. No, that didn't work. But yeah, we did take his Terminator away, kill him off, nice and easy. So then we'll go back and just work left to right. Imperial Officer. Dispel all the buffs. Let's see. Anyone can kill off Officer because he's almost dead, so that should kill him off there with a basic. Go after Recon Trooper, call in Merrick. And then we'll just finish off the commander any way you want. Man, Merrick just puts out a ton of damage. Makes this a relatively easy fight. For the YngLando fight, if you have Ahsoka Tano, you can use her here for a pretty easy win, pretty easy auto win. If you don't have Ahsoka Tano, this is where I suggest using your Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, which on my second account I do it the Ahsoka Tano way, so I'm going to go ahead and do it the Supreme Leader Kylo Ren way here, just so you can see how easy it is. But what you do want to do is you want to make sure you bring in your Kylo Ren and Mass, and you've got to make sure that you have him modded for defense. He's got to have a high amount of armor. Like mine here with health mods is only 65.9. I put my Cere agenda mods on him because she has 3 defensive sets with a crit avoid arrow. So that's going to bring his damage mitigation up from 65.9 to 75.3. Plus he has that 35% crit avoidance from the crit avoid arrow. That's the kind of survivability you need on your Kylo Ren Unmasked to make this work. And you have to have Wat Tambor. General Hux probably isn't very important, but it is nice because he can pass the turn back to the Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, which we will be using. So this is our team. The opening moves are pretty important that you make sure to give the techs out to the right people. You want to give this middle tech to Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. And then you want to use him to stun the recon trooper in the back. So do your middle ability and poke him to stun him. And then have Hux pass the turn to Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. And he's going to stun Imperial Officer. Once those two are out of the way, you're going to target Stormtrooper on the right. You're going to give the first tech, the healing tech, to Kylo Ren Unmasked. And once you've done that, you can put it on auto basic. Stay on Stormtrooper. And now if you watch the green numbers, whenever they attack Kylo Ren Unmasked, you'll see that they start going up. It's like 7,000 right now. And now it's almost 8,000. And now it's around 10,000. And it just keeps on ramping up. And what's happening is when they attack, when their attack or counterattacks, they are making him increase his max health. He's gaining max health. And he also gets healed for a certain amount of damage based off his max health when he's attacked. So his interaction with the Supreme Leader Kylo Ren leader makes it so that he just starts ramping his max health higher and higher and higher. And you can see that by the amount that he's being healed for when they attack him. So he very quickly becomes immortal. So, and it doesn't matter who else you have. Wat can die. Once you have the initial techs set up, then it's just Supreme Leader Kylo Ren and Kylo Ren Unmasked. Those two are going to finish out the entire fight by themselves. I'd say probably most of the time Hux doesn't die off, but it doesn't really matter. He's not contributing anything after that initial passing the turn back to Kylo Ren Unmasked so he can stun the officer from the second stun. But you're just going to keep on running with auto basic going until Kylo Ren Unmasked ramps up to his max health, at which point he'll be healing for 4.8 million a turn. Or not a turn, 4.8 million when they attack him, I should say. So he will be functionally immortal. So he's the shield, and Supreme Leader Kylo Ren is the ramping damage. So you're just going to leave it. This will take a few minutes to get Kylo Ren Unmasked up to max health. But once he does, you can take it off of auto basic and put it on full auto so that Supreme Leader Kylo Ren can start doing ultimates, and he'll start wiping the rest of the team off. And you don't want to take it off. You really do want to allow time for Kylo Ren Unmasked to get to max, because it's not so much this wave that's an issue. It's next wave with Iden Versio and the rest of her cronies. They can do some decent damage, so you really want to have Kylo Ren Unmasked's health maxed out. That way they can't accidentally kill him while you're waiting for your damage on Supreme Leader Kylo Ren to ramp up. So he's getting up there pretty good now. He's healing 1.7 million, 1.9. They're looking at the green numbers, 2.6 million now, 2.8. When he hits 4.8 million, he'll be at max. He can't increase his max health any further than that. So there's 3.5 million. $3.8, getting close. Couple more turns. 4.1, 4.6, and he's maxed out. So we can take it off auto basic and just put it on full auto, as he's now healing for 4.8 million when they hit him. Like I said, he's functionally immortal. And because of Supreme Leader Kylo Ren's leadership, or his unique, or one of those things, the taunt on Kylo Ren can't fall, so he's both immortal and they have no way of getting around him. So you can just go ahead and let, while he's been doing all these basics, Kylo Ren's been getting some nice stacks of siphon going. So as he does his ultimate and he does his swipes, he's going to start pulling mastery off. That's just going to make his damage ramp faster. And everyone's dead. So I will take it out of auto briefly at the beginning of wave 2 here, because I like to do a couple pokes. I'll go ahead and take the debuffs off of him, just so he can do some counterattacks. It doesn't matter who you're attacking, really, or what you're doing with him. I use Supreme Leader Kylo Ren's poke to get some stacks of siphon. I know I like to poke at least twice. 2, maybe 3 times is a nice number to get him to have some decent starting siphon. Again, we'll go and remove the stun and everything so he can counterattack. We'll go into ultimate. And we'll go ahead and poke her. Get Iden stunned for a turn. The Kylo Ren and mass counterattacks are what's really driving the ultimate meter to fill up. So don't really need to do the swipes on Kylo Ren and Mass, or not Kylo Ren, but a Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, to get his ultimate meter to fill up, because he's getting it filled up from these counterattacks. I'll go ahead and put the 2-turn stun on Iden. That's actually pretty good. I think we do have our 3rd poke, so we can start doing swipes. I'm gonna go ahead and do one more poke. That's gonna, I'm going to get the ultimate meter filled up with counterattacks here. Yep, so now I have a full ultimate meter, and I've had 3 or 4 pokes. I'm just going to put it on full auto and take the charging reticle off and just let Supreme Leader Kylo Ren be himself. He's got enough stacks of siphon now that he's going to ramp at a decent rate. They can't kill Kylo Ren unmasked. and they won't be able to withstand the damage from Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, so... And if you find that on auto they aren't killing them fast enough, then you can take it off. Just do a couple extra pokes before you put it on full auto. I used to do 2 pokes before putting it on auto, but I find at least 3 pokes is better as far as making so that he ramps his damage faster. But he killed off 2 people there, and once he starts killing people off, the rest of it goes pretty quickly. The Ahsoka way of winning this is considerably faster, but if you don't have Ahsoka unlocked yet, like I only got my Ahsoka unlocked within the last 3 or 4 months, so if you're an account that doesn't have Ahsoka, this is a nice alternative to be able to win this YngLando mission consistently. Alright, so we're done with all of those. All we have left is the fleet mission. This is where you want to use your Executor. Bounty Hunter ships, you're going to bring in Houndstooth, Punishing One, and then Xanadu. IG-2000 Slave 1 will be your main reinforcements. I also bring in Ebon Hawk and Imperial TIE Bomber, although they are hardly ever tapped to come in. But it's good to have them just in case. If you have your Razor Crest, you can either put them in your starting lineup or in your reserves, but a lot of times people have him in operations as I do, and it's really not necessary to have him. You're going to go after Imperial TIE Bomber first. I'm just going to do a basic here because Punishing One will... if you had done your taunt, then that burning would have gotten rid of it anyways. So it's going to do a basic. Do the mass assist, so we get some attacks on people that have target lock. Do that middle ability. I like to call it Xanadu, but that's going to force taunt onto your Houndstooth. Call Punishing One. Get some good damage there. I'm going to try and get Imperial TIE Bomber killed off before you can do that burning thing a second time and get rid of all of your buffs. Since we don't have the locked debuffs yet, I'm going to bring in IG-2000. Let's do a basic to kill him off. And we're going to go after TIE Advance, since he's their big damage dealer. Now, we do have the locked debuffs, but we don't have taunt up, so we need to, the next chance we need to get taunt onto, so that's what we're going to do here. We're going to use the third ability here to put taunt onto Houndstooth. And since we have the locked debuffs, they can't ever dispel it. I'm just going to do basics with IG-2000 because he double taps if they have breach, which since they have the locked debuffs, that's part of it. Now we'll go after TIE Fighter. Basics from Houndstooth are fine. I'm going to target TIE Interceptor before we bring him in so he gets the ability block. Then we'll throw the bomb out, do some good damage to everyone. We're going to make sure we go back to TIE Fighter, try and kill him off since he's bigger damage. Call in IG-2000 since he's going to double tap. And they were able to kill off my Houndstooth, which sucks, but that's alright. We should still finish this off just fine. Double tap will finish it. Well, almost. basic from punishing ones enough to finish it off. It is a little bit of a race to try and get established before Chimera can start using its ultimate to take your people out. Alright, so we will move on over to Geonosis. This leftmost mission is the Reek. I like to use my Sith Eternal Emperor team here. If you have your Great Mothers up and running, this is a great spot for your Great Mothers team. On this account, my Great Mothers are not all relicked up enough, so I'm using a Sith Eternal Emperor with, let's see, we're going to run Darth Revan and Malak, and then Sith Empire Trooper and Marauder. Not Assassin, Marauder. Or no, not Marauder. I'm taking Dooku. Doesn't, for the most part, doesn't much matter. Just some leftover Sith. Sith Eternal Emperor is the one who's doing the majority, and Malak is a really good tank to hold up his end on this. You want to put linked on Brute and Brute Alpha. And I like to do the middle ability there to get some shocked out. Again, do the middle ability, try and get some ability blocks going. Use Malak's middle ability there to dispel taunt. Actually going to wait to call in the droid, since he doesn't have... When you call in the droid to assist there, it dispels buffs, so I'm going to wait until the Brute starts taunting again before I bring him in. Go ahead and target the soldier there. It's kind of my goal is to see if I can't kill off soldier with Malak's first siphon ability. Trying to avoid targeting Brute because I don't want him to counterattack and then we get stuck behind the like right there, we're stuck behind the taunt. But now I can bring in the droid and that gets rid of taunt. See if we can't ability block. No, but we got a stun. That's pretty good too. Do a basic on him to get Nasty down. See if we can't get an ability block out. Oh, we did. Very nice. Gets shocked going. Okay, so he's got shocked. So now he can't... Ooh. This is really, really tempting. I can definitely kill off Soldier, but I can kill off Brute Alpha with this. I'm going to do that instead. Take out Brute Alpha. That makes this a trivial fight. So now that he's dead, you're just going to go after Soldier. And once he's dead... We can go ahead and link these guys, but it doesn't matter because we're about to kill off the Brute. I'm going to put an armor shred on Reek. Yeah, I'll just put it on full auto now. When Brute does get around to taunting again, we'll kill him off pretty fast. But until then, we'll have the link going. And the more turns they take, the closer to ultimate Sith Eternal gets. Alright. Move on to the bottom mission. This is the Aayla mission. Probably the best place to put your Inquisitors if you have them all. Reva lead makes it extremely trivial. We'll bring in 5th, 7th, and 8th. And this is just a full auto 30-second fight. Yep. Not a whole lot the Aayla can do against the full Inquisitor team. Top right mission is the Nexu. This is where I like using my Lord Vader with the dark side clones. And the first wave, what you want to do is use Lord Vader's third ability, get some dots out, and then throw the grenade. Just do a basic with CX2, use the, it doesn't matter what you do with him. Use the third ability to kill everyone off. Now you get to the second wave with most everyone's specials intact. You just use whatever specials you have left to, drive some damage on the Nexu, and he dies pretty quickly. Go ahead and use the special there for the disarmed. I'm not going to use the third ability to taunt. I'd rather he was able to kill off Night Trooper. That'll give him Death Mark and make him take a little bit more damage. That's probably the only special I'm not going to use, is Scorch's third ability. So he just killed off Nightfall Troopers. Now he has Death Mark, so he's going to take a little enhanced damage. And that's all. And then we'll do the fleet mission here to finish things off. I do not have the Geonosian team, so I can't do that, but with your Leviathan, let's see, so you're going to go in with Fury and Sith Fighter, and then your B-28. Let's see, Mark 6 Scimitar Dagger, and we'll have Gauntlet just as a backup healer. So there's a low probability way this goes smoothly. You get about 30-40% chance to get the thermal detonator on Sunfac in the opening volley. If you get that, then you have an avenue to win if you don't mess anything else up. And if you don't get the thermal detonator, you've got about a 5 to 10% chance of being able to have the right RNG to make it through the rest of this. But we did not get the thermal detonator, so our odds of making this work are relatively low, but not zero. They're getting smaller though. Our odds of winning this have now approached and reached zero. But every once in a while, you can get through that one. If you enjoyed watching the video, please like and subscribe. And come back for the next one, where I'll be doing the Day 2 missions on my second account, Darth Balls, with some slightly different teams. Thank you for watching.